I'm still messy and dishevelled, and this is still Cardcore Gamer, and I'm going to talk to you about games including this. Luchador Mexican Wrestling Dice. It is a game where you throw dice at each other, almost literally, across a little wrestling mat, and then you try and knock down each other's health, or block hits, or counter, and you can trade up for special moves, and then you can pin your opponent, and when you pin them, they have to roll dice, and if they roll the wrong symbols, you get to slap the table and count them out, and it's loud, and it's fast, and it's 10 minutes of absolute fun. Little bit overpriced, really, a bit more than I'd want to pay for it, but then, if you measure that in actual fun to money, this is like about 5 kittens, I think. Because it's just hilarious. It's been a hit with everybody, and it's been fun every time I've played it, and unlike other dice games, it knows what it is, it knows how complex it is, and it knows when to stop. It's really, really cool in the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously, and yet you can tell the designer has made everything work. He's refined it all to the point where it needs to stop. You know? For example, there are many ways of losing health. There is only one way of gaining health. Gaining health isn't the purpose of it. And that's clever because it means that you don't have health goes down, health goes back up. You don't have a back and forth. The game proceeds to an end. It has its own inbuilt limit. It knows it has to last 10 minutes or outstay its welcome. It's been designed so well, so well, that for a little fast blitz of a random game, it just brings out the fun. You never feel gypped, and yeah, it's entirely possible that one whole match you could roll the miss symbol on all your dice, but it's not likely. It plays the averages just like any other dice game, and you can play it 2-player, you can play it in tag teams. It's just a riot. It's been fun. Remember that? Fun? I mean, yeah, you get bogged down in games being like involving and rewarding and complex and heavy and sort of thinky or thematic and fun, but Luchador just boils it right down and goes, right, we're going to play 10 minutes of wrestling, you're going to throw dice at each other, we're going to have a good time, and then it's going to end and we'll move on. I think it's great. I absolutely love it. And yeah, like after buying it a few hours later, I went on Twitter and found the designer, and we started making fart jokes, and that is how I network. So Luchador, there's going to be some advanced rules apparently, and I can't wait because as it is, the wrestlers in the box are all identical, and I can't wait to have a bit more flavour with each one having some different quirk or other. I mean, that would really bring it alive, you know, so you could actually have the wrestlers do different things. A bit like the way in King of Tokyo, the monsters are all identical and then they changed it in the expansion. Really looking forward to see where this goes. Other small games, I've just about half an hour ago backed my first Kickstarter, Steam Donkey, or Stonky as I'm probably going to refer to it stubbornly and annoyingly from now on. £9 gets you, £9 in the UK gets you the first pledge level, which is basically a copy of the game. It's not mired in a million stretch goals, you don't get a billion extra sort of bits and pieces you can add on or buy. It's just straightforward, simple, £9, bang, that's your game. It's about building a Victorian seaside resort, and it's a little card game, and it looks to be very clever. It's got double-sided cards, and it looks to be exactly what I like, you know, simple, fun, clever, interesting theme for once. Victorian seaside resorts in Britain, that's a big thing. And it's unusual, I like it. It reminds me of, there was an old Amiga game called Hilsea Lido, which was about building a seaside resort, like a modern day one. Reminds me of that. A little bit iffy over the steampunk theme, because steampunk's become a bit of a bugbear of mine, you know? It's like, well, I took a top hat, and I stuck some clockwork parts on, and hey, steampunk! It's like, stop it, and stop confusing it with fucking 1940s pulp stuff, right? You know, sort of Indiana Jones and like Zeppelins, which are petrol powered. I don't know, it just bugs me, alright? People seem to think that anything of any sort of vague antiquity automatically fits under that bracket. It doesn't. The Rocketeer is not steampunk, alright? Stop it. So that's my rant of the day. What else have I been doing? Well, I finally got round to playing Iceflow, which is a nice, fun, quick little puzzly game. I get the feeling that if you play it with the wrong people, like heavy thinky Euro types, it would probably take forever because there's a lot to think about. But if you play it quick, it's pretty good fun. I quite like it, and it cost me a tenner, so I don't really mind. That was good. Exciting news! under the website of Doom, websiteofdoom.com, I do my articles as Cardcore Gamer. I also post my videos there. I've taken a bit of a break while my son was born, obviously, but I'm coming back to it, and as a result I decided to get in touch with a few companies and basically write to them and say, do you send out review copies? Because there's only so many games I've got before I run out of stuff to talk about, you know, and if I'm going to be doing things properly, I need to be reviewing stuff that I get sent, because then I'm not just reviewing stuff that I bought because I've looked into it, researched it and like it. I might be reviewing stuff that challenges me, or reviewing stuff that I wouldn't normally play. It's something different, you know? So far, 2 companies have got back to me saying, here, have some review stuff. Wonderful. So big thanks to Flying Frog Productions and Plaid Hat Games, because Flying Frog have sent me a copy of Invasion from Outer Space, the Martian game, and Plaid Hat have sent me Bioshock Infinite Siege of Columbia, a game that was totally off my radar because it was a 2-player expensive game, and really, War of the Ring doesn't get played enough. There's no reason that would either. However, being sent a copy and being given it sort of on spec, and I get to look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, I get to play it, I get to play the 2- and 4-player versions, I get to really dig into it and go, yeah, you know, what can I find about this game? It's great because it's, like I say, it allows me to play and review something I wouldn't normally get to do. That's really cool. So yeah, big thanks guys. Obviously, kind of goes without saying, but what the hell, I'll say it anyway. I don't get paid for my reviews. Review copies that come to me have been sent by these companies, and they will not influence my decisions, they'll not influence my opinions. I review stuff as I see it. You know, obviously if I've bought a game, I'm more likely to say it's a good game, because I bought it, and I probably bought it because I like it. Obviously Spartacus got a bit of a kicking from me, and that's one I bought, so it's not always the case. But yeah, review copies. Excitement! I've already done an unboxing of Invasion from Outer Space, showing off the components. Did that as an article because I don't think videos of those are very interesting. I will do the same for Bioshock eventually, but I need to get the Invasion review up first. So look for that on Website of Doom. I do need more people looking at that, please, because the Website of Doom, not just for my articles, there's loads of cool stuff on there. We cover gaming, we cover comics, film, TV, we cover all sorts of stuff. It's a multimedia website. And there's a lot of cool stuff on there. One of my friends has reviewed some Lego sets recently from the movie, and that's quite cool, you know? So, yeah, websiteofdoom.com, please do visit, it's worth it. Where else? What else? Who else? Whatever else is going on. I'm on a bit of one this morning, I'm afraid. Just having a quick look around, see if I can jog my memory slightly. Oh yeah, I played the first game of Duel in the Dark for ages. Duel in the Dark is one of my favourite games. It's a 2-player game set in World War II. It's about the bombing raids over Germany. And it's genius. Utter genius. But I got back to it and found out I'd forgotten all the rules. So I had a bit of a rocky first game, but it's whetted my appetite for more. I want to get back into that one, because I really enjoy Duel in the Dark. Duel in the Dark's just... It's a shame as well, because the designer then went on to make Duel of the Giants, which I reviewed, and hasn't seemed to do anything since. I guess possibly because he just can't afford to. And that's really crap. Anyway, that's the state of games for now. There's the Games Day coming up on the 3rd Thursday, I believe it's the 20th of March. That will be at the Furnace in Derby, the Furnace Inn on Duke Street in Derby. That's D6 plus beer. Then on the last Wednesday of the month, at the Bean Cafe in Derby, at the Derby Frygate Business Centre, there's going to be the Derby on Board Games meetup, which is more of a family meet, which is great because we can take our little lad along. He doesn't understand anything that's going on, but I'm sure he doesn't care. So yeah, there's lots of stuff going on, and I'm going to have to kick myself up the arse and get more things done. In the meantime, I hope everybody's well. Thank you for watching and subscribing and so on. Please do visit the website. I shall see you next time.